doors of Jannah. Do you know their names? In addition to other descriptions of Jannah, Islamic tradition describes heaven as having 8 doors or gates. Each one has a name describing the types of people who will be admitted through it. Some scholars interpret that these doors are found inside Jannah after one enters the main gate. The exact nature of these doors is unknown, but they were mentioned in the Quran and their names were given by the Prophet Muhammad. To those who reject our signs and treat them with arrogance, no opening will there be of the gates of heaven, nor will they enter the garden until the camel can pass through the eye of the needle. Such is our reward for those in sin, Quran 7:40. And those who feared their Lord will be led to the garden in crowds until, behold, they arrive there. Its gates will be opened, and its keepers will say, "Peace be upon you. You have done well. Enter here to dwell therein." Quran 39:73. Ubadah narrated that the Prophet Muhammad said, "If anyone testifies that none has the right to be worshipped but Allah alone, who has no partners, and that Muhammad is his slave and his apostle, and that Jesus is Allah's slave and his apostle and his word which he bestowed on Mary and a spirit created by him, and that paradise is true and hell is true, Allah will admit him into paradise through any of its 8 gates he likes." Abu Hurairah narrated that the Prophet said, "Whoever spends 2 things in the way of Allah will be called from the gates of paradise and will be addressed, 'O slave of Allah, here is prosperity.' So whoever was among the people who used to offer their prayers will be called from the gate of prayer, and whoever was among the people who used to participate in jihad will be called from the gate of jihad, and whoever was among those who used to observe fasts will be called from the gate of Ar-Rayyan. And whoever was among those who used to give in charity will be called from the gate of charity." It is natural to wonder what will happen to those people who have earned the privilege to enter Jannah through more than one gate. Abu Bakr had the same question, and he eagerly asked the Prophet Muhammad, "Will there be anyone who will be called from all these gates?" The Prophet answered him, "Yes, and I hope you will be one of them." The most commonly cited list of the 8 doors of Jannah includes 1. Bab as-Salat. Those who are punctual and focused on their prayers or salat will be granted entry through this door. 2. Bab al-Jihad. Those who have died in the defense of Islam or jihad will be granted entry through this door. Note that the Quran calls upon Muslims to solve issues by peaceful means and only engage in defensive battles. Let there be no hostility except to those who practice oppression. Quran 2:193. Bab as-Sadaqah. Those who frequently give away in charity, also known as sadaqah, will be admitted into Jannah through this door. Bab ar-Rayyan. The people who constantly observed fasting, especially during Ramadan, will be granted entry through this door. Bab al-Hajj. Those who observe the Hajj pilgrimage will be admitted through this door. Bab al-Kazimin al-Ghaiz wal-Afina anin nas. This door is reserved for those who control their anger and forgive others. Bab al-Iman. This door is reserved for the entry of such people who have sincere faith and trust in Allah and who strive to follow the commands of Allah. Bab al-Dhikr. Those who constantly remembered Allah or dhikr will be admitted through this door, striving for these gates. Whether one believes that these gates of heaven are metaphorical or literal, it helps one to see where the core values of Islam lie. The names of the gates each describe a spiritual practice that one should strive to incorporate into one's life.